Hi, this is Little and Furry. Today, I've prepared a baby bodysuit set and bonnet pattern for you. The baby you see in the video is a little over 4 months old, and he's wearing size 6M. He's slightly bigger than the average baby. We'll start by trimming the printed pattern pages. This video is a bit longer and more detailed, so that even beginners can follow along. The bodysuit pattern comes in 4 sizes, from 6 month up to 18 month. A 0.5 centimeter seam allowance is already included in the pattern, so just cut along the printed lines on the paper and then cut your fabric to match. Now let's start cutting the fabric. We'll begin by cutting one front and one back bodysuit piece, and the way you trace them changes slightly depending on which side you want the snaps to be. If you want the snaps to sit on the baby's left side when worn, draw the seam line on the right side of the fabric and cut as shown in the video. If you want them on the right side instead, trace and cut from the wrong side of the fabric. Now I'll go ahead and cut the remaining pieces. The notch marked on bonnet piece 1 shows where the ears start. Following the markings on the pants pattern, we'll also cut the cuffs and the waistband. The fabric I'm using has a lot of stretch, so you can cut it exactly to the measurements on the pattern. If your fabric has only a little bit of stretch, to keep the tummy from feeling tight, I recommend adding a bit of extra width around the belly area. Next, let's cut the binding strips. Cut the binding along the stable, non-stretch direction of the fabric. In the video, you'll see me cutting only 2 strips, but in real use, I recommend cutting about 4 strips so you have enough. Now we'll cut the bonnet lining as well. We're also cutting the earpieces for the bonnet, and only the lining pattern has a dart. You can remove the dart if you prefer. Let's start with the pants. If you look at the pants pattern, the side with the shorter width is the side where the cuffs will be attached. Honestly, once you have the pattern, the pants are the easiest part to sew. I've uploaded the bonnet making part separately as a shorts video, and I'll leave the link for you to check. When you line up the crotch seams, the longer side is the back, around the bottom. Match the center of the back with the center of the waistband and sew the waistband in place. Finally, finish the raw edges with an overlock stitch, and the pants are done. Now, let's move on to the bodysuit. Before we start sewing, I cut the binding strips to about 2 handspans in length and applied fusible interfacing to them. These will be used on the shoulders and the crotch area, where the snaps will be attached. If you attach snaps directly on a single layer of stretchy fabric, the fabric stretches and the snaps tend to pop off. Adding an extra reinforced layer helps them stay in place. For the shoulders, cut strips 1.5 centimeter wide, and as long as the shoulder width, and place 1 on each shoulder. The longer strip goes along the bottom front where the crotch snaps will be to reinforce that area. Now let's start attaching the binding. When sewing the binding, gently pulling the binding strip as it comes out behind the presser foot gives a much cleaner finish. I accidentally closed up the side seam, so I opened it a little and sewed it again. Attach the sleeves as shown in the video and finish the seams with an overlock stitch. Now the bodysuit is finished, and all that's left is to attach the snaps. To make it easier to see even in low light, I used a different color snap in the center. The placement of the top snap felt a bit off, so I removed it and attached it again in a better position. That's it for today's video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. See you in the next video.